University of Colorado if you want to get your life back in order.
Get your life back in order with the University of Colorado Boulder. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. You know what Colorado has? Tons of outdoor stuff. You're going to have a blast.
I wasn't sure where you were going with that.
You know how much I would be skiing? We shouldn't. Yeah, you know how much I would be skiing if I lived in Colorado? Every winter, all the time.
It would be my thing.
Love to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, well, in my high school in New Jersey, some people, their identity was skiing. It's like, you live at the Jersey Shore. The fuck? You go skiing twice a year? Like, your identity can't be skiing. You can't have it.
They're just absolutely terrible next to like a middling Colorado kid
exactly.
who just goes. Yeah,
imagine these guys go skiing after school all the time. Whereas for you, it's a vacation you take now and then.
Oh, you do this like twice. That's like some guy in Colorado being like, yeah, I'm a bit of a surfer.
Right. I was going to make that same comparison. There are people from like Philadelphia whose identity is surfing. And here we are like living 2 blocks from the beach. Like that, you're fucking awful. Like,
snowboarding doesn't translate at all.
It's different. Yeah. You'd think it would. I thought that I would be a good snowboarder right away, and I was not.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never tried snowboarding. I don't believe. I've only done skiing.
I'm more of a sledder.
It's not even like the kind you can steer. You just hop in like the manhole cover looking one at the top.
I'd be down for any kind of sled.
Zoot down there.
Inflatable sleds, I think, are the most fun. They're a little shock absorbing. I'm not 7 anymore.
Put some turtle wax on the bottom and just fly.
I'm the only adult on our vacations who's like, hey guys, who wants to go sledding? Everybody's just like, the fuck? We're going skiing.
I remember on the trip.
It's a black diamond.
Me, you, and Chiz took that. Like you guys even said prior to when we took it, you're like, we're not skiing. We're not going to ski. And in my head, like even on the plane, I'm like, I'll win them over. They'll go skiing with me. And like, I think I was like you picked me up at the airport in that like Denali or whatever it was. And I get in the back and we were like chatting, catching up. And I think I made a comment like, man, I can't wait to hit the slopes or something like that. And you and Chiz,
and I'm just like, oh, no cocaine.
Like, no cocaine. No cocaine. No cocaine. This is a pot trip. This is a pot trip. We're doing soft drugs. But no, like I was hit with such a brick wall of no from both Kyle and Chiz, where they're like, do you know why we came here? It's to get really high and be silly and order food and watch things and play magic and do and not ski. You think we're gonna leave this Airbnb?
You guys did
only to get more food.
Tow behind a car at one point. One of the trips. Maybe Taylor wasn't on that one.
Taylor wasn't on that one. That was me, Kitty, Chiz, Kitty's friend. I think I brought a girl. Yeah, I brought my girlfriend, and yeah, we had a house like out in Telluride or near Telluride, which is like southern Colorado, out in the wilderness, and it was a really big fucking like cabin. And Kitty's friend had like an SUV, so we tied sort of like what you would like drag behind a boat on the lake, like one of those big inflatable like things you ride on. And we drug that in the snow and had a ball, just like hanging out, like having a good time in the out in the field or the yard or whatever you want to call it. It was a big area. Like had a great time with that. But the times where
fun activity.
I've been a bunch of times. Like Chiz and I probably went together, like just he and I, like twice more, aside from the time that I just described and the time that Taylor came with us. But yeah, those trips are about smoking weed and the things that weed make better and the things that you can do to make weed better. Nothing else. I've
thought about attending those trips. I'm sorry to cut you off, but like for most of my life, it's been like, dude, we're gonna party. Like, yeah, man, I got winners on designated driver. That's me. It's usually not a hotly contested position. And then I get there. Like, who else wants to exercise? Let's go skiing. I don't belong there.
I do not think of skiing as exercise. Skiing is a treat. It is so much.
I mean, we did a few things. All right, we played putt-putt. We drove those race cars.
Those go-karts were the highlight of my
Were you
trip
high while driving go-karts?
So high.
Okay. But that's okay?
Yeah,
it's not like drunk. Like drunk is not okay. It's very dangerous to drink and drive. But even
I don't know how much I want to say on the show, but I'll say this. I can drive a go-kart just fine. High as a motherfucker.
Oh, man.
I would never get behind the wheel of a vehicle and smoke marijuana. I would never do that.
I would love to do super fucking fast go-karts again. That was a blast.
We could do that whenever this COVID thing is over and we do our little PKA meetup trip. I'm sure there's something like that here in Atlanta. We could do that.